going on? I do apologize. I deleted that last video. I wasn't happy with it at all, period. I mean, yes, I was happy I got a great opportunity that I'm happy about. But I'm not happy about the fact that I don't want to discuss individuals in my video that are just full of negative. Why bring the negative into the positive? This doesn't make any sense, does it? It really doesn't. All right, so first things first, the name is Kenneth Bird, and this is the daily walk and talk. And like I said, if I'm not happy about it, I definitely will delete it off the account and move on, because I'm trying to keep it positive. And yes, I'm still learning in the process. It's a process for me. Every day it's a process for me to learn something, to do something different. And I try to keep the negative nonsense someplace else, but I got a habit of bringing things back up. And that's over and done with. I need to move on, move forward, what I got to do. So, beautiful day. Look at this. The sky looks absolutely gorgeous, doesn't it? So, get out here, get the rest of my work done. Hold on for a minute. Got swallowed up a bug. Yep, I think that was a bug. Probably gonna pop over to the museum and check out some art today. First, junk food, because I need junk food. Definitely. So, drinkable yogurt and York peppermint patty, which I know is a bad idea because I got an addiction. My sugar level, I don't need it to jump. I'm already hype enough as it is. Yeah, so last video, yeah, we deleted it. Just too much negativity on that video. Negativity on that video. I don't want to talk about that kind of nonsense. We already know the deal. Just leave it where it's at. I got to move on to other things. But definitely going to hit that. Isn't that a beautiful image right there? Let's make a beautiful picture. Let me let this person go by, this pedestrian go by first. Tell me it's not beautiful. Look at the sky, it's gorgeous. That is absolutely would make a beautiful picture right there. So let me see, how many steps do we walk? I'm going to go out to the library and do something. Let's see what we got on the meter. Give me a minute. I'm going to put you guys right here for a minute. Just chill. Oh shoot, so we're at 11,444 steps today, which ain't bad. We got 20,000 yesterday, but yeah, we might hit 20,000 today, because right now I hadn't even hit the shop yet. I'm not even in the shop yet, and the shop is a distance from here, so right now we're at 11,444 steps, and we may hit 20,000 by the time we get done here, because I still got some more stuff I got to do while I'm downtown, and then after that we get to the shop. Yeah, we might hit 20,000. I want to hit that 24. Oh, wait, this goes up. Oh, no. The highest we got was, see, it goes up, the meter. I don't know if you can see it, but it goes up to 24. So if it goes up to 24 and we max that out, then what? So maybe we have to download a new app, because we've maxed this one out already. So let's see. Where I'm gonna put you guys at, because it's windy as I don't know what. I do want to get a peppermint patty to get, and I did walk down this store and pick up somebody got something different. My yogurt, my drinkable yogurt, and of course my peppermint patty. Today I didn't eat much healthy food. I usually don't eat much healthy food anyway. I just work out a lot. That's how that works out. I figure that I can eat pretty much, not everything I want, but majority, most of the stuff I want to eat. If I basically work out most of the time, I don't have to worry about that. Alright. So if I work out most of the time, if I work out a lot, I can eat most of the other junk food I want to go eat. Absolutely. Oops, sorry. I'm trying to keep it clean. Just a woman walk by, she's a nice little. See, that's what I'm talking about. It's hard at the end of the day. And that's what I didn't like about it. I didn't like the video. I didn't like the video at all, period. I told you I constantly put myself under the magnifying glass. Constantly. I don't give myself no breaks. I don't give myself any breaks. Now, yeah, it's okay for me to talk about my products being good because my products are good. Why wouldn't I? But I'm going to have faith in God that I have good products. Trust me, you ain't. Peppermint patty. Let me tell you a little story, and this is true. So, I went to a buffet. This is a long time ago. I don't do buffets anymore. But I went to a buffet, and a guy at the table, he started praying, right? I pray for my food all the time. You never know what happens to your food. Remember, I used to work in the food industry, so they do some jacked up stuff to your food. If you knew half of the stuff that happens to your food, you would not eat it. They do some messed up stuff for your food. I don't think that at the end of the day, because the supervisors in the environment, that your food's not being messed with. Look, if I got a problem with my supervisor and he's going to be a bonehead at the end of the day, can't take it out on him. He signs my paycheck. I'm going to take it out on the food. And you're going to eat it. That's what happens. So I've seen some messed up stuff go on in the food industry. And don't think because you go to a 5-star or 6-star restaurant that at the end of the day your food is being treated. They're the worst. They're the worst places to go to, and I'll tell you why. Because they can pay off the inspectors. I've seen some of the most nastiest stuff that you could possibly think of in a kitchen that you didn't even think could possibly go on. Remember, I went to restaurant school, so I saw some pretty messed up stuff in the kitchen. And if you knew half of the stuff that happens to your stuff, not only that, the processing plant is even worse. There's a lot of nasty stuff that goes on in a processing plant. Real quick, there was a guy who never ate bread. Every time he would come to work, he always had like these pieces of meat with toothpicks in meat. Never ate bread. He used to work for Strowman. And he said, man, if you knew half the stuff they do to the bread before it reaches out of the assembly line, you wouldn't touch it anymore. But I've seen some nasty stuff. So I've seen 3 things in my lifetime. One of them I can never mention because it was that disgusting. It was really nasty. I mean, really, really nasty. Turned me off on hamburgers for at least about a good year. It was disgusting. But I've seen some pretty bad stuff. But the restaurants, because people think if you go to an expensive restaurant, they think at the end of the day that the restaurant basically is going to be tidy. No, they can pay off the health inspector. They're the dirtiest. But anyway, yeah, so this guy was praying at the table that I was sitting at. Nobody else was praying. Me and him, the only one that prayed over our food. So, here's a friend of my ex-girlfriend. So, I said, I didn't know that, your friend was a Christian. And she said, well, technically he's really not, but he does pray over his food. And I said, why? He said, because he went to a restaurant with some friends, and every single one of them got violently sick. They ended up with E. coli. He was the only one at the table that didn't get sick. He didn't always pray over his food. It was just that one little incident where he got sick at the table. That was it. That one little incident at the table where he got sick. Everybody got sick and he didn't get sick. Everybody at the table got food poisoning. He's the only one that didn't get it. And he ate the same thing they ate. But he prayed over his food and they didn't. And if you worked in the business for a while, or any business at that involves food, you will know the jacked up stuff that you see that normal people don't see. I watch them drop food on the floor, come out of the bathroom and don't wash their hands. Oh man, I couldn't count how many times I've actually seen that one happen. Come right out of the bathroom. I've seen chefs come out of a bathroom without washing their hands. and start making your food. Yep. Never eat anything in that restaurant ever again. Remember on Seinfeld? When the guy walked out of the bathroom without washing his hands? It happens a lot. They're not going to wash their hands every single time. No. They forget, sometimes they forget. By then it's too late. You need to rush them. Got a lot of dishes going on at the same time. Running all over the restaurant screaming at people. Trying to figure out where the waiters are at. The waitresses are at. The busboys. Where's your freaking this and where's your freaking that? You're yelling at the freaking assistant chef because you're supposed to have your stuff there on time. Rush out. And you just forget to wash your hands. I literally forgot to wash my hands. My body is too late. So, yeah, that's happening. Let's go to the other side real quick. Right. I'm going to pop over to the other side of the park. Chill over there for a little bit. Right. Yep, it does happen. I've seen it. And I tell you this thing, I had to say this myself because I did it myself. That's how I know. I dirty forgot. Running back and forth. And yeah, being an assistant chef, being screamed at by his other chef about why he don't have this, that, and the other done. He literally already had it done, but he didn't see it because he couldn't find it. In the back of the box. Right there, it's not what I'm saying, it's out there. You know, these people up front want their food, you know what I mean? They get nasty, they take it out on him. I went to the bathroom, she found it, I go to the bathroom, come back out. Literally forgot. It's not that some people will do it intentionally, they will, because they don't care, and other people just forget. They just forget it. And they touch your food in, mind you, when you got to go take a ding-a-ding, a pee-pee, where are you touching? You're touching your ding-ding, right? Guess what? Your ding-ding and them hands went right in your food. Yes, sirree. But it happens. That's why you got to pray over your food. Because that definitely does happen a lot. You're not going to remember every single time to wash your hands. No, at least at the end of the day, if you're a surgeon, they wash their hands right there on the spot, right in front. Everybody can see it. They wash their hands right there. Right there, you see them wash your hands. But not when you're cooking. They don't. Anybody in the bathroom watching you. Now the ones that are nasty, the ones I've seen, they'll go in the bathroom, wipe themselves, and then go make your food. Don't care for jack. The dirtier the apron, well, let's just put it that way. They always make sure we have clean aprons on. All the time. Always had to have a clean apron on. Because you come out there and your apron got like 6 different forms of food on it. And some of that stuff been there since yesterday. No. Mm-mm. Nope. But yeah. So that's why I pray over my food. I don't care who's out there. I was out there praying over my York peppermint patty and my drink. And other people. If you're afraid to pray in front of other people, you're embarrassed. You know what I mean? Then I don't get that. People want to ask God for this, that, and the other. But you want to be embarrassed to pray in front of other people. I couldn't care less what they think. If they even knew half the stuff that went on with their food they putting in their mouth right now, you'd pray over it too. And then you got the other half. The ones that forget, they do it from time to time. Everybody forgets. You got the other ones that just, come on, you got to come out of the toilet and you just got finished taking a number 2 and you don't remember to wash your hands. I mean, come on. I've seen them do that nonsense. Well, flush your toilet, walk right out the door. I'm like, that's one of the chefs, right? Yeah, it is. I'm like, you just see what he just did. And nobody gonna call him on this? Nobody calls him on that. Nope. Drop food on the floor, pick it up, put it right back on your plate. Fast food restaurants do that all the time. They don't waste that food. That food costs money. The only way they're gonna throw it away is if they got caught. If they got caught, then they're gonna throw it away. Look. When I was in school, the guy sat there and told me, golden rule, what you don't know can't hurt you. That's the golden rule. So it's a story about, I might have told you this before, he was on this ship, a cruise, with a bunch of important people. And they were rushing to get the salads upstairs. And the guy had tripped, and salads landed all over the floor. And that's the same floor people walk on all day long up and down the ship. And they took them salads and put them right back on that plate, rearranged them, and fed it to the people. Now, it wasn't to be nasty, it's because they didn't have the time to make new salads. They really didn't. Everything had to go out at a certain time. You had the appetizers, your salads, and all that stuff. And they didn't have time to prep for new ones. So they served them. What you don't know can't hurt you. Never forget that story. Yep, and half the places I work at, they drop food all over the place. On the floor, pick it up, throw it right back on the grill. On the grill, kill the bacteria, you're good. Hopefully. But then the very meat that you eat, that's another story on its own too. Because even the meat that you eat, you don't know what kind of processing plant that they came from. You can have cross-contamination of blood. That causes all other kinds of problems. You know, sometimes in supermarkets, I sued, what was that supermarket called? Was it J&A? It was some weird name. But I sued them because I got E. coli from chicken. Yep, they bleached the bird. So what they did was they went in and they bleached this bird, all the birds, to make them look like they were like you know, like a normal color, but they were sick birds they bought. They got them for half price. That's the stuff you got to watch out for. See? So it ain't just basically at the restaurant. Sometimes the restaurant will get some meat on a bargain. They'll buy some meat. Not saying all of them, but some places get some of their produce and stuff a little cheaper. Maybe something wrong with it. Maybe you can fix it with some seasoning. You know what I mean? Cook it, boil it, whatever, freeze it, whatever you got to do. I remember one time, I never forget, one of the jobs before I was leaving out, they had us go in the trash and dig out the condiments. Condiments, apples, oranges, something that didn't have any bruises on it, stuff like that, so they can save money. Yep. Those of you who worked at fast food restaurants, you already know the deal behind that nonsense. You know the deal behind fast food restaurants. I've seen some of the most nastiest stuff at freaking Pizza Hut. I remember one time somebody freaking dropped the whole pizza into the dust. They just swept the floor, big pile of dust, and they just dropped the pizza onto the dust. And how they clean it up, they cover it up with oregano. Lands in the dust, they cover it up with oregano. You can't tell the difference. Somebody get it. Okay, I'm gonna put you guys over here for a minute, okay? Oh shoot, I got my phone. Anyway, yeah, I never forget that, man. Covered it up with oregano. Never forget that. Landed right dead in the dust. Because the guy was sliding across the table and the guy was talking to some girl. He turned around, the pizza slid. And he was supposed to, they were doing something, they were sliding around. It was an easy way of making it. It did work right. But he missed it and it landed right dead in the dust. And I was like, ooh. So, how are we going to clean this mess? Let's sprinkle some oregano on, just wipe it off. They'll never know. Yep. Never know. So you got to pray over your food, people. You got to pray over your food. You don't know what's going on. I ain't trying to freak you out in the day, but come on, it is what it is. I don't really like to order cheesesteaks or anything unless I can see the person actually make it. Yep. Especially, they should be wearing gloves. Everybody should be wearing gloves. You got all kinds of, skin, you constantly shed all the time. You know that, right? Your skin constantly sheds all the time. Little fragments of your skin shed all the time. That's why when people make food and they got no gloves on, no. And they constantly, come on, You itch, your skin gets irritated, it itches, so you scratch your skin. Guess what? You get skin up under your nails too. So yeah, you got to think that's why you got to pray over your food. All that stuff goes on. People sneeze, all that stuff. I've seen it happen right in the restaurant. I sneeze right in the food. I'm like, oh my, really? You think I'm gonna sit back and make this all over again? You make 5 gallons of freaking coleslaw. Do you think that person is going to dump out all that coleslaw and start from fresh all over again? No. You're not making portions. You're making 5-gallon containers for your stock. They're not going to go in and basically remake that all over again. Man, they're going to cover it up, stick that thing right in the freezer, and hope that the bacteria or whatever then gets killed by the cold. That's why you got to pray over your food, people. You got to pray over your food. Right in the coleslaw. Yeah, like the sneeze guards. I don't do buffets anymore. I saw one thing at a buffet that changed my life forever. Forever. Because the sneeze guard is made for the adults. That's what it's made for. But what about somebody who's under the sneeze guard? What about a kid that doesn't quite hit the sneeze guard? Then what? How that protect? And I've seen that happen. Now today, some of them have that little tiny sneeze guard to go all the way around it for the kids. So when the kids lean up, if they sneeze, they hit that guard. But what about somebody in between? And I saw somebody. I seen people sneeze, leaning their head under the sneeze guard to grab food and sneeze right there. You know. And then I seen people, basically kids, and once it didn't have the guard for the kids, sneeze right in the food. And kids will grab their fat, so stick their hand in the food and lick their fingers, and the parent ain't watching, they'll do that 4 or 5 times. I seen grown adults lick the spoons and put them right back in. Because mind, you're sitting there watching the whole thing go down, the whole show. While you're sitting there prepping the food, I'm like, yo, come on, I say, yo, I am never eating at a freaking buffet ever again. He said, why do you think no one goes over from the restaurants? If you watch everybody in the restaurant that you work for, none of them go over to the buffet to get food. That tells you right there, don't eat from the buffet. Open, no sneeze guard? No. So if I jack you up for the whole thing, good. You're like thinking of a way of saying, some people rather not know. I think you should know. Definitely should know. I don't go to them. And kids have to be there, because if you're a single mother or a father with kids, how are you going? You can't leave them in the seat. People are weird at the end of the day. You know, people walk off with your kids, so you can't just bring them with you. So there's no way around that. They have to be there. So they need to have the guard a little bit higher. That's what they need to do. Keep it like a clear so you can see it, but bring the guard up a little bit higher at the bottom and at the top, of course. And don't allow adults to stick their head under the guard, because I've seen it a couple times. Sorry about that. And I had to yell at them like, yo, what you doing? Don't put your head under the guard, the sneeze guard. Don't lick spoons and put them back in. Ugh. Oh my goodness. I'm really stop going out to eat forever. I really want to get to that point. I told you I'm going to start eating plant-based food. I don't even trust meat anymore. I really don't. I do not trust meat. I just don't trust it. It feels like there's could be always something wrong. Cloning meat, that's disgusting. I'm looking for my phone. I was like, oh shoot, I'm gonna leave it back there on the table. Yeah, cloning meat. That's disgusting. Alright, I got some walking around to do. I got some things I got to do. Unfortunately, I can't do it through the walk and talk, so I got some stores and stuff I got to go to. And we know why we can't do that, because we have the creeper. The creeper. Yeah, the creeper. I got a creeper on my channel. I got a couple of creepers on my channel, but you know, we're going to announce you, buddy, because you shouldn't have did what you did. You know you shouldn't have did that. That was just downright creepy. I will announce that every single time, no doubt. I will, because he's a creepy guy. And I believe at the end of the day that people who do stuff like this, they expect to hide behind their computer, and they don't want to be outed, but you'll be outed every single time. So, YouTuber Solid Wake 5, yeah, you know who you are. McAfee, Daniel McAfee. This is one of the guys we call the Creeper, who followed me from store to store through a Google Map system and went in and sent pictures to these stores I was going into, pictures with me and rants about my cat. You are creepy. And used someone else's business address to commit these crimes. So yeah, you'll be blasted every single time. Next time, learn not to be so creepy at the end of the day and follow people from Google Maps to try to figure out what stores they're going to, because that's very creepy. You didn't get, the part that gets me real quick, I'm going to say it real quick. You didn't get any weird vibes for doing that. Like, you know, some people when you do something like, oh, that's cringy. I'm not doing that. You didn't get any of that at all. That was super cringy. Because if you didn't get anything telling you in the back of your mind that was wrong, that means you are basically mentally disturbed because you thought that was an okay thing to do. That is super creepy. So yeah, that's the fellow, and the reason why we try to not go in stores, because he follows us through right now through our channel and basically contacts stores we've been. He sends some postcards of me. Solid Wake 5 YouTuber Daniel McAfee, the real person who hides behind the YouTube name. Now you get mad and sit there and say, oh, I'm going to sue you. No, you're not doing jack at the end of the day. We're facing criminal charges with the FBI. That's what you're facing. That's what you're facing. Doing creepy stuff, weirdo. All right, well, that being said, put that little announcement out there real quick. I'm going to go walk over and take a look at something I've been looking at all day, a little storefront, check out, and I'll get with you guys later. All right, God bless.